Nas X has pretty much, we wonder what's been, well, I have. I don't know about y'all, but I actually have. What's been going on with Little Nas X? Because 2024 has not been his year.
I heard of a case where a rapper made a song where he's supposed to come slide down on a pole like he's an angel.
My Lord, my Lord.
Supposed to slid from heaven into hell and then have sex with the devil and do a lap dance on the devil's private parts.
My Lord.
And I'm told the rapper only 19.
My Lord, my Lord.
Homosexual. You're gonna burn in hell for mocking God.
That's right. That's
The
right.
more satanic, the more evil music become, the more you viewers flock to it.
That's right.
This is absolutely the most disrespectful, blasphemous thing I have ever seen. I know that the music industry is satanic and they're all the satanic agenda. And I know a lot of other artists are blasphemous as well. But the fact that you were flexing with God on your TikTok saying you're going to turn to God and everything, it was all just for views and for money and fame. Judgment Day is not going to be a good day for you. I hope you know that. It's going to be one of the worst days. God will not be mocked. I pray that you find Jesus and you turn to him. This is the most disgusting, offensive thing I have seen on my TikTok. And if you're Christian, you listen to his music, then you're not a Christian at all. The only thing I can really do for you is pray for you because you really need it. I pray you find God. I normally don't comment on things that celebrities do, but I had to say something, honestly, because this is too far.
Instagram and like,
No! Lil Nas X, you could eat my whole... Hate that nigga, bro. Nah, that shit just popped up in my head, bro. That nigga... Bro, nah, word of my mother, bro. God gonna handle you in the right way. I didn't even talk about that yet, bro. But look, God gonna handle you, bro. And you're... Bro,
what he did?
no, bro.
What he did?
No, bro. God gonna... Nah, bro. I'm not even gonna explain it, bro.
Lil Nas X is a marketing genius when it comes to promoting his artistry, taking over Twitter with viral tweets under his original handle Nas and Raj. Lil Nas X rose to prominence with the release of his 2019 country rap single Old Town Road, which became the longest running #1 song for 19 weeks, which was quite impressive for a young man at that time. Known for his queer visuals and social media presence, Lil Nas X received numerous accolades, including 2 Grammy Awards, 5 Billboard Music Awards, 5 MTV Video Music Awards, and 2 BET Hip Hop Awards, and the list goes on and on. With the success of Old Town Road, he was placed on Forbes 30 Under 30 in 2020, and Time named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world that following year. He became the youngest honoree in the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2022 upon receiving the Hall David Starlight Award in May of that year. At this point in Lil Nas X's career, being that now he's out as a gay man, Lil Nas X began moving towards more risque and industry-defying standards, while also embracing his sexuality openly in his music. From dancing on the devil to dancing naked in the locker room, Lil Nas X managed to rebrand himself. Although he received backlash and Illuminati accusations, he still succeeded with it. But people's last straw was when he released his single J. Christ in 2024, causing an uproar to the Christian community. Lil Nas X faced backlash and issued apologies for the J. Christ song and its accompanying imagery, which critics found disrespectful to Christianity. Particularly a promotional video featuring him in a Christian setting, including eating communion and wine. It seems like after the release of J. Christ, the single may have alienated some fans and contributed to a decline in his mainstream appeal. Lil Nas X is an extremely talented artist, but him constantly creating shock value with his artistry kind of was his downfall. But let's unpack this and talk more about what happened to Lil Nas X's career. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Dante, and I'm back at it again with another video. As you guys can see by the title, we are doing another deep dive series, and I'm super excited for this video because I did a poll a couple weeks ago. Lil Nas X was the most voted, so I'm super excited to talk about him today. It took me a long time to make this video, you guys, because with doing my research, I just wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about with him. If you are new here, hey, my name is Dante. I love to come on here and do deep dives and talk about gay talk. So if you really like my deep dives, please feel free to leave your comments and thoughts down below. And if you feel like you want me to talk about somebody else, please feel free to tell me in the comment section, y'all. I want to make sure I can do deep dives on what y'all want to talk about and people who I want to talk about as well. Without further ado, let's get into Lil Nas X. Now, to give you guys a fair warning, I'm going to mix up his name. So I'm going to say his real name and his stage name too. So I don't want you guys to, get weirded out when I keep switching it up. Let's get into it. Montero Lamar Hill, aka Lil Nas X, was born in Atlanta, Georgia on April 9th of 1999. Montero was raised in a two-parent household. His dad was a gospel singer, and it was unknown on what his mother did for a living. At the age of 6, Montero's parents filed for a divorce. His mother faced challenges related to drug addiction, which impacted their family dynamics. After the separation of his parents, Montero moved to the Bankhead Courts projects in the Bankhead neighborhood of Atlanta with his mother and his grandmother. 3 years later, after a custody battle, Montero and his older brother moved to live with his father and stepmother in the Atlanta suburbs. Growing up, Montero expressed how he struggled with his sexuality and having family issues. Montero has 7 siblings. Now, I was unable to find much content on the relationship he had with them, but from the looks of the pictures, they seem to have a really great relationship with one another. Montero attended Lithia Springs High School and the University of West Georgia to study computer science, but dropped out after a year to focus solely on his music career. As he spent most of his teenage years alone, he began to live on the internet, particularly Twitter, creating memes that showed his disarming wit and pop culture savvy. But while his posts earned him a devoted following online, out in the real world, his circumstances felt grim. He worked at Zaxby's and Six Flags at the time to earn a living for himself. With Montero in the process of dropping out of college and frequently fighting with his parents, he began writing and recording songs in his closet. In late 2018, he stumbled across a banjo-driven beat by the teenage Dutch producer Young Keo. He saw an opportunity to combine trap and southern-born hip-hop subgenre propelled by vicious bass and crawling tempos with country, which was experiencing a surge of popularity on the internet. Since then, he's fully embraced the country aesthetic, performing in an impressive array of brightly colored cowboy hats and fringe, portraying an old school Western outlaw in the epic Old Town Road video, and even designing his own line for Wrangler jeans at that time. Like veteran songwriters, Nas has studied the tropes of popular music, bold beats, catchy lyrics, and short length. And like the best digital creators, he knew he had to turn that music into a movement. He estimates he made more than 100 short videos to promote Old Town Road, plugging it into existing memes or creating his own. Lil Nas X said, people were like, where are these memes coming from? If you see something going around the internet, people want to join in. Sure enough, the song was picked up by many online influencers. As millions of people went on to don cowboy outfits and dance to the song on TikTok, Old Town Road, boosted by the fact that Billboard now includes streaming numbers in its chart positions, began a renegade climb up the country charts. Then something shocking happened. The song was banned. In March, the same month Columbia Records signed Lil Nas X, Billboard removed Old Town Road from the Hot Country Songs chart, claiming it did not have enough country elements to belong there. The incident set off an uproar, with many saying its exclusion echoed country music's uneasy racial history. Nashville has been dominated by white artists since the birth of country music. Even though that genre has strong roots in black musical styles like blues, even Beyonce, when she released Cowboy Carter, faced backlash from the country music industry because they felt the country album wasn't real country music. Darius Rucker, frontman of the hit rock band Hootie and the Blowfish, says he faced resistance because of his race when he started making country music 16 years ago. He said, I quote, I was doing radio tours and one guy looked me in my eye and said, I love the song, but I don't think I'll play it. He remembers, the perception was that the audience wouldn't accept an African-American singer. Ooh, that's crazy. Nashville is a notoriously territorial industry with a large tradition of snubbing country songs that didn't originate from inside the system. A look at the country airplay charts, which reflects what plays on country radio stations, shows a world that favors white men singing about religion. On that chart, Old Town Road stalled at number 50. But with all behold, Billy Ray Cyrus was. After being told that Lil Nas X wanted him on the remix, he happily recorded a new verse in the wake of the song's removal. The new version shot all the way up to the top of Billboard Hot 100, landing at number 1. Now that Old Town Road has picked up and taken over the world, Rumors were circulating around about him having a Nicki Minaj stan account on Twitter. At that time, Montero was in the closet, so he felt admitting to being a barb, people would assume that he was gay. During his interviews, Montero would deny ever being a Nicki Minaj fan to protect his image.
I don't know if there's an internet rumor, but you are a big Nicki Minaj fan when you were younger.
Somewhat, but you know that's not how this music stings.
No, not at all. But your knowledge of the internet, right? Because you know how to make memes and do all those sort of things, helps you navigate this business path.
Yes. Yeah. And you
For a lot of reasons, Lil Nas didn't initially plan to come out. He had been taught from a young age that homosexuality is never going to be okay, and he feared he would lose fans. While hip-hop stars like Frank Ocean and Tyler, the Creator, has come out as queer, the specter of homophobia still looms large.
Everybody ain't with all that gay shit, man. Everybody ain't with you dancing in front of their kids on stage naked. Everybody ain't with that. Nigga will beat your ass, bitch. Nigga will drag your bitch ass off stage, man. Everybody ain't with that, man. Yeah. You let me be in a building and you come on stage naked. And I think some kids watch, I'ma snatch your bitch ass off stage. We gonna beat your ass. We gonna beat your ass. You get on stage naked. At the event that I think some children at, and I'm there, I ain't letting it go down. You better hope I ain't at them awards. Everybody.
Lil Nas X publicly came out as gay on June 30th of 2019, the last day of Pride Month.
And with all that early success, you felt it was important to make an announcement recently.
He said he was gay, so what?
Yeah, what's the point? So why did he feel that was necessary? It's not about who cares. That's actually my question. Why do you feel it was necessary to come out and say that?
It's not that like it's like being forced. It's just like knowing, like growing up, like I'm grown up to hate this shit. I'm not supposed to ever like this.
Hate what? Hate what?
Homosexuality, gay
Why?
people. Come on now.
Why are you going to
If you're really from the hood, you know like it's not some. So it's like if for me, the cool dude with the song on top of everything to say this, any other time, like I'm doing this for attention in my eyes. But if you're doing this like while you're at the top, you know it's like for real, and it's like showing like it doesn't really like matter, I guess.
Exactly, it doesn't.
There it is.
By hinting at his sexuality in the song Closure. Soon after coming out, he finally admitted to being a huge Nicki Minaj fan. Someone tweeted him, "How come you never claimed her when people asked if you were a barb? We all knew who you were." He replied, "I didn't want people to know I was gay, to be honest." Somebody else tweeted, "Being a barb don't make you gay." And he replied, "It don't, but people will assume if you had an entire fan base dedicated to Nicki, you are gay." And the rap music industry ain't exactly built or accepting of gay men yet. And Nicki Minaj, she actually responded and said, "It was a bit of a sting when you deny being a barb, but I understand. Congratulations on building up your confidence to speak your truth." After Lil Nas X received backlash for being gay, his career continued to flourish. He later released his first EP titled Seven, which sold 77,000 units within its first week, featuring hits like Panini and Rodeo, working with big names like DaBaby, Cardi B, and Nas. Now that Montero is out as gay, his internet presence started to change, expressing his femininity and doing crazy antics on the internet to help market his music. People hated him but loved him at the same time. Lil Nas X broke the internet with the promotion of his debut album by posting a picture of himself pregnant. The stunt was a promotional campaign for his debut album Montero, which was released on September 17th of 2021. Debut album sold 126,000 units within its first week, debuting at number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart. The Montero album spawned 3 Billboard Hot 100 hits. Montero, Call Me By Your Name, which reached number 1, Industry Baby, which also reached number 1, and the song That's What I Want peaked at number 8. Although Lil Nas X was on top of the world with his career, earlier that year of 2021, someone took a video of Lil Nas X's mom on the road begging for money.
Lil Nas X mama, man. What type of nigga let his mama be on the block, man? He out here trying to sell shoes.
Hey, ain't you Lil Nas, mama? Ain't you Lil Nas, mama? Ain't you Lil Nas, mama? Man, that crazy. I thought I knew you. Huh? Man, that fucked up, auntie. Man, tell that man he buy you out about him in the tree. That fucked up, shut up.
I told you that his mama, bro.
After the video made his round all over social media, everyone assumed that he wasn't helping out his mom now that he's rich. But people not knowing that his mom was struggling with a drug addiction. His dad released a statement defending Montero, saying, "Despite what people say, Lil Nas X is the greatest kid a parent can be blessed with. Although his mom is in a struggle with an addiction, she's still a queen. He goes through great lengths to make sure we're taken care of." Sky Jackson also commented on the situation. She said, "He did try to help her and even put her in rehab, but it didn't work. You can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped. Praying for her." Somebody also said, "Let's normalize staying out of family business. No one knows the type of relationship that they have and what he had to endure." Lil Nas X also responded to the controversy. "I hate speaking on my personal life, but y'all people don't know how many nights I've cried myself to sleep feeling guilty because nothing I tried would help my mom. Paint me as the bad guy all you want, but at the end of the day, you don't know me outside of this internet is." Montero, at this point of his career, was doing plenty of crazy antics on the internet to conjure up attention and succeeded. From releasing satanic shoes to dancing on the devil, Lil Nas X knew how to cause controversy. People were accusing him for being a gimmick artist. Lil Nas X kicked off his 3-leg tour in 2022. During a Lil Nas X concert in Boston, a group of religious protesters gathered outside the venue, holding signs with messages like "Repent and believe," and "Jesus is God, even demons know it."
Who was on the mic? It took a minute. If you would hate it, just say that.
You've done, Lord God.
It's just pizza.
We thank you, but we appreciate it. But no, thank you. I really.
Oh, to see without my eyes. The first time that you kissed me.
To which Lil Nas X responded by sending them pizza and jokingly claiming to have fallen in love with one of the protesters. After the constant backlash, Montero began to slightly distance himself from the internet to even taking a 4-month hiatus. In 2024, Montero returned back and released his new single called J Christ, along with the video, and it caused an uproar to the Christian community. After the controversy, Montero did publicly apologize.
Hello, everybody. I wanted to not necessarily apologize, but I wanted to explain like where my head at and where it's been for like the last week. So first of all, when I did the artwork, I knew like there would be some upset people or whatnot, simply because, you know, religion is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people. But I also didn't mean to like mock. This wasn't like a fuck you to you people, fuck you to the Christians. Like, you know, it was not that. It was literally me saying, oh, I'm back like Jesus. Like, that was like the whole thing. I'm not the first person to dress up as Jesus. I'm not the first rapper. I'm not the first artist, and I won't be the last. And I know, like, given my history with, you know, the Call Me By Your Name video, anything that I do related to religion can be seen as like mockery. That just was not the case with this. And I will say though, with the communion video, with me eating the crackers and juice, I thought that video was gonna be the video to lighten the mood, to take it down like less serious or whatnot. I thought that was something that we all wanted to do as kids or whatnot, but I didn't understand the idea of you know, the reality of what it is. You know, it's me eating the communion, which is like the symbolism of like Jesus's blood and bones or something like that. I don't remember completely, but I did not mean it to as like a cannibalism thing or whatever the freak. But I do apologize for that. I will say I am sorry for that. That was overboard. Though I don't agree with all of Christianity's rules or whatnot. I know not everybody follows Christianity by the book 100%, or, you know, the world would be a lot crazier. But I do apologize for that. What was I going to say? This is not like to try to get everybody on my good side or whatnot. This is more so to clear my own head about my own decisions. I know, like, you know, I messed up like really bad this time. And I can act unbothered all I want, but it's definitely like taking a mental toll on me. What else do I want to say? I know this is not going to be like an immediate, like swift, everybody like moves forward or whatnot, but I do want my Christian fans to know that I am not against you. I was put on this earth to, you know, bring people closer together and promote love, and like that's who I am. I'm not like some evil demon guy trying to destroy everybody's values and stuff like that. That's not me. What else was I going to say? Yeah, and also with the video, there's no disrespect there. I thought me clearly not being on the side of the devil in that video was was like there was an understanding there that I'm not like trying to diss Christianity. What was I going to say? What else? This is not like something I wrote down or whatnot. This is something off the top of my head I'm trying to get out. Lastly, again, I hope sooner or later we can move forward, and I'm excited for the rest of this era and things I have planned. And hey, baby. Yeah, I mean that's all I have to say for right now. I'm sending you guys love, sending my fans love. I'm sending the people who I hurt love. Yeah.
J. Christ debuted on Billboard at number 69, but fell off the charts, only charting on Billboard for 1 week. At this time, this was kind of shocking, being that every song Lil Nas X dropped topped the charts consistently. He also released other singles, but nothing seemed to chart compared to his singles in the past. You could tell people were fed up with his antics.
Man, I don't know what the... Man, this dude Lil Nas X, it's the most disrespectful shit I ever seen in my life. I can't even get my fucking words out. Bruh, find you something else to play with besides Jesus. If you don't believe in Jesus or none of that, then just don't play with it at all, bro. You ain't gotta believe in it, but don't play with that, bro. Don't play with nobody religion. That's some down bad ass shit. They always ask me what I thought about you, and I try not to be disrespectful, you know what I'm saying, due to, you know, how everything works, but nah, fuck that. You's a foul ass, disrespectful ass cat. And you gonna really go out there and play with Jesus like that, the Last Supper? So you think Jesus is something to play with? It's just a toy. You think just because you got your community behind you that you can just do anything at this point, huh? Well, you got life fucked up. And we slide behind Jesus. Ain't nobody playing like that, boy. Now I see why such and such was on your head like that. Cause he seen that you was a straight fuck nigga, a little bitch ass fuck nigga, playing with Jesus like that. You was a mob.
When you realize why certain people want to cancel Lil Nas X, you won't even be mad, because what the hell is this? This is the picture from Lil Nas X's next song. There's a difference between you being creative and you trying to piss off a group of people that believe in a certain thing. I can acknowledge that crucifixion wasn't just a symbol of Christianity. It was a punishment that was given by the Roman Empire, right? Cool. But the fact that before this single kept coming out, he kept saying that he was aligning himself closer to God through the Christian faith, and started going on how he was going to expose the industry. Expose it from what? Like what Cat Williams did, like what Epstein did, and then Lil Nas X was talking about how he wanted to become more of a gospel artist. The thing that pisses me off about this is the fact that I actually care, even though I know why he's doing this. And because I liked one of Lil Nas X's songs, the one that was produced by Kanye West, because he can make something like that, in my mind, I think he's talented and creative. And then when I see things like this, I don't feel like it's been creative, I feel like it's been desperate. I saw someone say in the comment section that if it was from a Muslim faith, they will come after him. Respectfully, bro, come after what? There's nothing you can do if an artist decides to make something like this and portray however they want to portray it. What can we do? I am gonna lie, I feel like I'm not gonna be listening to the song. Same way I didn't listen to the last song when he was riding the, you know, in the video. And that's it. Maybe if there's something he releases in the future and I vibe with it, I might listen to it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna give this one a pass.
Fast forward to now, Montero has been releasing singles as of 2025, but the numbers has taken a major decline since the release of J. Christ. Montero changed the music industry and created a voice for Black queer men, so I will always support him. However, I'm so happy he let go of the crazy antics because shock value doesn't last but so long. Also, his sophomore album will be released later 2025. So you guys, that's my deep dive when it comes to Lil Nas X. Just to kind of give you guys my final thoughts. After doing my research on everything with him, I grew to love him even more and I respect him a lot more. You know, when I was from the outside looking in, I wasn't the biggest Lil Nas X fan, even though I was gay. Because I really didn't resonate him as much. I loved his music though. I loved his music. I was not a huge fan of like the way he would market himself. I thought it was creative, but I just kind of felt like once he kind of linked more into like religion and just kind of like trolling with that, I felt like it was distasteful. But I felt like all of his apologies were genuine. You know, sometimes when you're so used to doing something or whatever and causing like crazy controversy, you want to keep doing it, you know? And I feel like me as a I'm not an entertainer yet, but just someone who's out there who try to make shock value when it comes to my content sometimes, I definitely could understand why he was so like he was just so eager to just break the internet with something else, you know, to have everybody talking. And don't get me wrong, with that J. Christ release, he did have everybody talking, but at the same time, this kind of like hindered his career. So that's my whole take on Lil Nas X or whatever. If you feel like I missed out on something, please let me know. I felt like I did a really good job of doing research. Lil Nas X was also pretty tough to do research on, only because when it came to his early life, he's never really been vocal about it. You can tell he's either still going through some things or whatever. I guess dealing with childhood trauma. So when you are a person where you went through things a lot with your family, it's really hard to come out to the public and talk about because once you do that, everybody has their opinions on your mom and your dad and whoever raised you or whatever. So it's just best to, I guess, sometimes keep things, I guess, not for the public to know. But I do appreciate him for coming out and, you know, telling us something, you know, about his life or whatever so we can resonate more with him. Little Nas X has opened the door for a lot of gay men in this music industry, bro. He has. Being a gay artist is not new. I don't even really look at them as a gay artist. They're just an artist, but making room for us, man. Like that's why I will always support him. I will always love him. You know, even when he was going through all of that stuff, even though I wasn't agreeing to it, I didn't feel the need to make a video about it and to bash him because it was popular to do. Like, you know, he at the end of the day, he's a black, successful black queer man. So it is what it is. Once you are those to me, I'm never gonna try to come at you on no crazy stuff or whatever. Cause I see me and you and I, you know, and vice versa. So that's my whole take on everything, you guys. I gotta go, but I love you guys, and I see you in my next deep dive. Bye.